Alright, what's up YouTube? This is Brian09, and here I am going to interview the great, the awesome SlimXTeamSymmetry.
What's going on YouTube? I wouldn't say great and awesome, but it's good to see you guys. Here we are at YCS Austin. It's pretty humid, but you know, it's chill. I'm enjoying it.
Alright.
They made me a bounty on purpose, in case people are wondering. This was on purpose, and if they tell you it wasn't, it definitely was. They're keeping an eye on me, just to make sure I don't go and like try and record stuff like during the day. They did it like they announced my name, I was like, oh my god, like really? I was like, of all the events, I didn't even get like the cool little badge thing. It's like stuck on my shirt, but it's like, whatever, it's all cool. It's like whenever I win, I get packs, so I think it's cool.
Well, that's alright, that's awesome. Alright, well here's our first question.
Yeah.
How did you get into Yugi tubing?
It's really funny, like a lot of people have asked me that, and like my honest answer is that I saw a lot of people on YouTube, you know, making videos about stuff, you know, talking about it. I had friends that did it, and it kind of got me thinking, you know, I have an opinion about the game, you know, I'd kind of like to share it with, you know, I guess quote unquote the world, and you know, see if they like it or not. You know, like I've been playing the game for a really long time, and I'm like, I really didn't think I'd stand out or whatever, but it's like, you know, anyone can make YouTube videos, and you know, it's like, why not, you know, just take a chance, and you know, just give your opinion on the game that you really enjoy and just see if, you know, they react to it. So I kind of just went into that crazy office of mine one day, and before I had my good camera, I just turned on the webcam on my MacBook, and you know, I just started doing videos, and I realized how easy it was to upload to YouTube, and I was like, well, let's start doing something. And I mean, that was basically it. I just said, I have an idea, I have an opinion, you know, let's get it out there. So that's how I got into it.
That's awesome. Alright, here's some more interesting ones. What's your favorite card?
Favorite card? See, that's so hard. Like everyone's like, it's got to be Fabby Slim. It's got to be Fabby. Like I love the butterfly to death. Everyone knows that. But I think my favorite card in all of the game is probably just it's probably Rabbit. Just because I love rabbits in general. Like I actually love, like, I want pet rabbits, but like, you know, like they're just like adorable. But I really just like Rescue Rabbit as like a card, as a deck. And I think that really is one of my favorite cards. It's like my go-to deck for everything, and it's just I really enjoy the card. Like when Fire Fist came out and I saw you could play Rabbit, I instantly was attracted to it because I could play Rabbit. Same with Evil Sworn, same with Dino Rabbit, same with any deck that can run Rabbits. It really is Rescue Rabbit. It's not even for the brokeness that is laggy and Dolka. It's just because the Rabbit is so freaking cute and it looks awesome as a secret. And that's my honest answer. I just love Rabbit. Yeah.
All right. That's cool. All right, now here we're going to opposite end of the spectrum here. What card do you hate? Like, what card do you despise?
That's kind of interesting. Like, see, there's not really any card I can say I completely despise, because like people could say, you know, I hate Heavy Storm, I hate Dark Hole. You hate when they're activated on you and you don't have a response, but you love when you're using them themselves. Like, if I think of like all the cards in the game, I'd probably say like the card I hate is probably. It's hard though. I really don't hate any cards. I'd say the most annoying card, in my opinion, is Fiber Jar, because it resets everything.
Ooh,
now, like, the only reason I say that is I played games against my friend who used the band deck. I did it for like practice and just for fun, and we literally resolved Fiber Jar 7 times. So, literally 7 times the entire game frame was reset, and like that got a little annoying. I'd say that card, it's not that I hate that card, it's just I find that card a little annoying only because it completely resets everything. Like, it can be good in some aspects, but in other aspects, it's like, you know, like everything you had just completely resets. So, I guess, I mean, like, I don't really have like a lot of cards I hate. There's not a lot of cards that annoy me. I would say, you know, like people would say, you know, Megalo's so broken, you know, Sphere's so broken, all these cards are so broken, but almost every card in the game has its own counter, so I would say that's good. I guess one card that's really annoying, probably LADD, only because you really, like, unless you have like something that can like negate and then run over it, and like they don't have something in the graveyard, like that could be a problem. There's not too many cards actually like I dislike. Like a lot of the cards, like a lot of people won't agree with me, but I feel like almost every card in YuGiOh has a counter, so it's like you're able to get past pretty much everything. So I really don't have a card I hate. I'd say Fiber Jar is probably the closest thing, just because it resets everything, and that's just like ridiculous.
And you just cannot stand the reset button.
Well, constantly resetting. If it resolves once, that's fine. But the fact that it goes back in the deck, or it can go back in the deck, can be a problem too. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Here's our next question. What's your favorite deck?
Favorite deck, just like of all time?
Yeah.
Teledat. Hands down, Teledat. Most skillful format. Everyone was playing the deck, and you knew what everyone was playing. You know, the side decks were pretty much the same. The main decks were the same, aside from a couple tweaks. Side decks had a couple tweaks, and it was just like, you know, it was a grind game, literally, and I literally enjoyed that format. I also like Goat Control. Goat Control was amazing. Metamorphosis and Goats was just the nuts with the 1,000 Astral Strict. Yeah, but definitely Teledat.
All right. All right. I know earlier you mentioned that you have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
How does she feel about you playing Yu-Gi-Oh?
She literally, like, it's kind of funny. She stumbled upon my channel, and I was like, you know, I'm like, yeah, this is what I do. And she was cool with it. She was like, she's like, that's awesome. She's like, people look up to you. They come to you. And, like they ask you questions. She's like, all that. That's really cool. It's kind of like, kind of has like the teacher qualities, which is kind of ironic because that's actually what I want to do with my life. I want to be a teacher. So when she said that, like that was really cool. Her whole thing is, she wants, of course, me to spend more time, obviously with her. And, here I am on these trips and everything. And that's the only thing is that she just says that I probably should not, go to as many YCSs, unless she goes with me, like, just because, like, leaving on a Thursday, coming back on a Monday, literally takes up like 4 days, and that's some of our days that we could be together. So she's actually completely fine with me playing, completely fine with me doing the YouTube. She loves the YouTube videos. Her brothers loves my channel, so it's convenient in that aspect. But her only thing is that she just wants me to spend more time, with her, which, is completely understandable. And I feel exactly the same way. I want to spend more time with her because there are a lot of times I'd rather be with her than, be at a card event or be at the locals. But, you have to find a balance. So I'm one of the fortunate ones. I have a girl that actually supports me playing the game, so that's pretty cool.
What advice would you give for new YuGiTubers and new players for this game?
Well, for players, I would say, find a deck that you enjoy. Find a deck that suits you. And, if you have to, like, I've always believed that if you go against the meta too strongly, you're not going to fare as well because you're cramming all these cards that are supposed to counter everything, but in reality they're not that strong as like a whole. So when you go too much against the meta, it can backfire a lot. Like I've seen that happen. A lot of people that do anti-meta decks that do stuff like that is that sometimes it doesn't fan out as well. And sometimes you kind of have to go with the format. If you have the ability to run Mermail, the ability to run Rabbit, the ability to run any of the good like main decks right now, like take the opportunity to do it. And like Rabbit's a really cheap deck actually, since everything's been reprinted. Rabbit's a cheap deck. That's something you could definitely look into, and just like learn how to use the deck and try not to do just like the basic plays. Try to think outside the box with some of those decks. At times it's not possible, but other times there are ways to play with just the vanillas versus opening Rabbit and Tour Guide all the time. Like some of us, including myself, I haven't opened Rabbit like almost like all day. Like literally, I don't open Rabbit. I set Cavazzle and just hope like no one kills it. And,
Please don't kill my dinosaur.
Well, that's what the back row's for. Flip it. Get another dinosaur, get some pressure on the board. Make your lag invoke, and then like. That's kind of like how I play the game with the deck, and that would be my advice: is find a deck you enjoy, and play it, and really just study the deck, and really just make the deck your own. And as for new YuGiTubers, I've made a lot of videos about saying what I feel is the best stuff you can do, and it was usually the 3 C's. It was commitment, consistency, and creativity. Creativity, because a lot of people do a lot of the same videos, do a lot of product reviews, they do card reviews, they do all that. You want to make segments that stand out from that. Like, you can do chat segments. Everyone does chat segments, but they do them differently. You can do, like there's so many different ways to do deck profiles, duels, stuff like that. It all depends on, what you're trying to do, but it's like if you're going to try to reach your audience, try to do it in a different manner. Consistency, upload regularly. Your audience will be attracted to the fact that you're uploading regularly. They'll see you're committed to it, and then there goes commitment. Like in a relationship, it's like you're committed to your girlfriend, boyfriend. It's like it's kind of with your channel. You need to be committed to the channel, be committed to the people that watch it, so that they can count on you to upload regularly. And by doing that, you'll get a good rapport with your subscribers, just rapport with the people you meet, and you'll have just a good reputation as a channel they can go to consistently to find content, and it will be there. And that is my best advice for anyone starting out, is that don't give up if you don't get that many views to begin with. We all start at that point, and don't be afraid to network, to approach bigger YuGiTubers, because if they do have the time, they will help you.
Oh, okay, that's cool. All right, that's great advice. Thank you, Slim. All right. The rumor has it the next structure deck to come out will be a Blue Eyes structure deck.
Yes.
So how do you feel about that, and how do you think it will affect the meta?
Well, what I know is I loved Blue Eyes when I first started the game. I thought it was the best card in the game because it was 3,000. It was blue. It was a dragon. It was like you can't touch this, like literally. It's interesting that they would try to base a deck around that card. It's just a vanilla beater, honestly, when you think about it, just a big vanilla beater.
Right.
And it makes me wonder what it will do for dragons in general. I'm thinking more, not so much on Blue Eyes, I'm thinking more of like other dragons, like Chaos Dragons, like other decks. They use Light Pulsar, use other dragons, like these new elemental dragons that are coming out. I'm wondering if they are going to benefit from this. I haven't really looked into it, but they're basing it all around Blue Eyes, so I'm assuming they're trying to make like possibly new rank 8 XYZs.
Okay.
Like I can see that happening. I can see there being some other stuff with the deck. So it definitely intrigues me, and I hope that it adds something new to the game. So that'll be interesting to find out how that plays out.
All right. Well, then my last question is if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
I'd love to fly because I love getting on planes. Like I actually do. I'm one of those people. Like some people, like I hate flying on planes. I love flying on planes. Like I really do. I love traveling and being somewhere like so quick. But I'd love to have like be able to fly so that I wouldn't have to pay for a flight and I could just fly and just like be here.
Right.
Like, it'd be awesome. And you know, like I don't know. I always wanted to fly when I was little, so it's probably the same thing. Like everyone wants to be invisible. Everyone wants to have mind reading powers. Like I don't want any of that. Like I want to fly. And it's like, you know, if I was, you know, if I wanted to be cool, like wanted to make some money, you know, like I bet you I can jump off that edge. I bet I'll survive. You know, I'd jump off and I'd fly. You know, make some money on the side. You know, be crazy. But yeah, definitely, I would like to fly just because I think flying is awesome. All the superheroes that fly are awesome. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, thank you, Slim.
No problem, you guys.
All right, this has been an interview with Slim. Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to sub to this man, you guys.
Oh, okay.
Took the time to do an interview with me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Slim.
Thank you, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.